Bom sábado! A missão da Igreja Adventista do Sétimo Dia se baseia em contar a todas as pessoas sobre as boas novas do amor de Deus. Mas quais estratégias estão sendo traçadas para alcançar este objetivo? No JM Documentário de hoje, você poderá conhecer um pouco mais sobre o projeto Diga ao Mundo, um plano ambicioso desenvolvido pela Igreja Mundial para levar a mensagem de Jesus Cristo a todo mundo. Desde seu fundamento, a Igreja Adventista tem como missão o cumprimento da tríplice mensagem angélica de Apocalipse 14. De acordo com esta mensagem, as boas novas de salvação devem ser levadas a toda língua, nação e povo, conduzindo-os a aceitarem Cristo como seu Salvador pessoal, preparando assim a terra para o seu breve retorno. Quais estratégias poderiam ser desenvolvidas para acelerarmos a propagação da tríplice mensagem? Diga ao Mundo é um plano de metas arrojado que se divide em 7 partes-chave. Encorajar 65% dos membros da igreja a dedicarem tempo para oração e devoção diária.
It takes energy from the Lord to have courage to witness to somebody. You only derive the energy to go out from your daily devotions with the Lord. That's how critical the daily devotions are.
Inspirar 40% dos membros da igreja a se envolverem ativamente em sua comunidade.
Somebody has said once that one of the reasons the church doesn't reach the community is because the church doesn't reach out into the community. You don't reach unless you reach out into. You know, many people say, well, the community is not interested. How do you know if it's interested or not unless you're giving it an opportunity to respond?
Encorajar 5 milhões de membros a ganhar pelo menos uma pessoa para Jesus nos próximos anos.
I would just be delighted to see 5 million of our own church members taking their trouble and feeling compelled by Christ and sensing the presence and the equipping of the Holy Spirit to do it so that they actually would try. Let the Spirit work on the end product. Just become involved and try.
Trabalhar no desenvolvimento de novas congregações em pelo menos 27 das maiores cidades do mundo.
Christ wants us to go into the cities precisely because people in need of His salvation are there in large numbers.
And cities are growing every day. Half the world lives there right now. In just a few years, it's going to be many times more than that. And so if we're going to reach the world, we have to address these environments.
Semear 20.000 novas congregações ao redor do mundo em 5 anos.
20,000 congregations planted in the next 5 years is not an easy task. Many of those congregations will be planted in places where we have never gone before. And we ask, well, how is it going to be done? Well, some of it will be done by our missionary force that's out, more than 800 missionaries serving around the world. They're working on the front line. But we also know that they're going to be working hand in hand with a large cadre of global mission pioneers.
Envolver cada igreja nas 400.000 campanhas evangelísticas, tais como programas para formar discípulos, incluindo 100.000 programas para a juventude.
It's a big goal, 400,000, but it's achievable. If we have 57,000 churches, and if each church has one evangelistic event each year, just one, and you do that for 5 years, that's 280,000. If you challenge your young people to hold 20,000 evangelistic events a year, you've got 390,000. Every year, if a church is reaching out with some evangelistic event, it can be for 1 week, can be for 2 weeks, can be for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever that church defines, but some evangelistic event where people are being introduced to the gospel each week, the Spirit will stir up the people, bring them to that particular church.
Usar criativamente os canais de comunicação para alcançar cada pessoa no mundo inteiro.
The media can reach the masses, can plant seeds that must be watered by the touch of the individual, one-on-one.
We have to remember that with the technology we have today, by a variety of media, there is almost no limit to which parts of the world you can reach. We may not be able to send a minister in, but by radio, by television, satellite, by the printed page, yes, I think it is possible to do this.
O programa Diga ao Mundo não pertence somente aos pastores e líderes da igreja. todo membro é chamado para ser testemunha de Jesus Cristo. Portanto, ide e fazei discípulos de todos os povos, batizando-os em nome do Pai, do Filho e do Espírito Santo.
Tell the world mission has always been the agenda of the church. And we are constantly looking for the most attractive, the most effective way of doing it and saying it.
Tell the world expands the mission of the church. It is an expression of a large vision of what we might be able to do. Imagine a church that is involved in Bible study and prayer and planting churches, involved in 400,000 evangelism meetings, going to large cities, involved in their community, being conscious as a corporate body that we have to go to every person in the world.
O envolvimento de cada membro da igreja é vital. Suas orações e suas ofertas missionárias são necessárias e podem tornar o programa Diga ao Mundo cada vez mais uma realidade.
In reality, mission giving has declined over the last 25 to 30 years to be a very small portion of our tithe. If we were to return to even half of what the historical levels were and were to give even 2% of our income towards entering new areas, which would make opportunities available that we've never even thought of in being able to reach. The technology is there, the membership around the world is there. We've never had an opportunity like this to be able to reach the world.
Diga ao mundo, a mensagem do Evangelho a todo o mundo. Uma missão, uma oportunidade. O que você fará para isso acontecer?
Esse mundo vive em dor, pois a Deus abandonou.